in Stockholm.
Thank you very much.
My first question is, do you still live here in Stockholm, or did you move out? No?
No, we live here, both of us. Marie lives out of town.
Out of town.
And I live actually right around the corner here.
But then with Look Sharp, you have the nice story of the student who is who had learned very hard here in Sweden and went to the United States. He went back to his hometown and spread the word around. What do you think, what would have happened if this guy didn't go back? He stayed here and met a nice girl and
yeah, who knows?
Well, I think it happened sooner or later. It's because at the same time it started to work in Europe. Yeah. And so I think a song like The Look was those days was perfect timing, and it was. I think the radio
that you really feel that you say like this song we're gonna make it.
No, you never know that, but I think it had happened.
It happened
in America anyway.
Yes,
anyway. I think so.
And also, this student story is true, but it's also
it's
a press thing, because it happened in LA at the same time through an alternative station there.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, but you know, the press love that story, so we always tell that story because it makes the headline.
You're right. You have to tell such stories. Then we have the Joyride and the big tour. How about that? How about touring for more than 1 year?
That was a shock. I mean, the Look Sharp album was very big for us, obviously, and then we did It Must Have Been Love from Pretty Woman, which was like probably our biggest song ever. Then Joyride came, and then suddenly we were, like you said, we were on this world tour playing arenas and football stadiums and stuff like that, and it was just like, it was a big shock, you know. And
it was big fun too.
Yeah, it was fantastic, but it was also a totally every little thing was new, you know.
It changed your life.
Definitely, and
you're going on tour again.
Yeah, we have to have another album out, you know. We just finished the Crash tour in mid-May, so next year is going to be recording a new studio album, and when that's finished, we decide, you know, if it's good enough to tour with. But we've always been touring, you know. We come from an old-fashioned tradition of touring, you know. Even before Roxette, we toured basically every year with, you know.
Still with the same band also?
Not really, but you know, it's in the blood, you know. We started touring when we were like in our late teens, I guess, you know. So it goes very well with what Roxette is all about, which is communication, and so our songs work very well live, and the audience obviously seems to enjoy it as well as we do.
And you're coming to Belgium too?
I have to play in Belgium, on every tour we play.
You know any bands in Belgium?
I have a little. I don't think so.
No, I don't.
No. Uno.
I know some good
We hebben een maand getoerd met hem. En die ken ik in goede groepen.
Just outside that hotel.
Allee.
Lots of them. I don't know any.
Amai.
I've been to the Victor Orta Museum.
Oh, Victor Orta Museum. Weet je wat? Kijk naar Marie. Zie ze denken. Of course. You have to go there.
What about Clouseau, Holland?
Clouseau? No, they're from Holland.
No, they're
Belgium? Really?
From Belgium,
Yeah. They supported us for a tour.
I was there too. That's why I asked you.
Yeah, that's where I must remember.
Yeah.
Clouseau.